Assalamu alaikum. Today I would like to talk to you about something very important. And I would request you to listen to me from the beginning to the end, because we will be discussing about topics that are, each and every topic will be of utmost importance for you today and tomorrow, future's life in Pakistan. But before that, I would like to appreciate people who are who've been waiting for my videos, and those of you who wrote messages to me so that I would come back um, to you with my new videos. Thank you very much. And before I will start, I would like to say a few words about Islam, because Islam, according to my understanding of some people's opinion, because I saw under my previous videos some opinion about the opinions of the people, and I can sense that there is a misunderstanding of the religion and the purpose of the people who are becoming leaders, for example, like Imran Khan. So I heard that somebody mentioned that he's martyr, and this is absolutely ridiculous opinion, because he's not a martyr. He's God-given leader to your country, and you have to be able to respect him and help him to save him from any kind of atrocities that he is facing and or might be facing in the future. So what I would like to say with regards to Islam, that there are a number of mistakes and errors have been brought into religion, not to the faith, but to religion. Unfortunately, it was done by the dark forces. I'll talk about it in the next topic. And they have brought into our religion so many confusions, so many unnecessary taboos that today are unfortunately disturbing lots of people in the world, because they don't many people now re-evaluating their opinion about Islam and about what is this religion is all about. When we talk about Islam, first that comes to my mind, in particular, of course, first of all, Almighty Allah, because Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is the one who created all of us, created universe, and the religion Islam is the main objective of this religion is to make us close to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, to make us understand what is the real faith is all about. You know, faith. Again and again I'm saying faith, because it has to be sincere faith. This is what is all about. The entire religion is actually circling around the opinion, or most importantly, about the faith, clean-hearted faith. It has to be pure faith. That is why everything related to rituals or different opinions or teachings, these are all secondary issues, okay? And amongst this kind of opinions also there are certain kind of errors that also have to be understood and addressed. But at the moment, I would like to draw your attention to the faith, which has to be absolutely pure. So when we talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and our faith to Him, we have to be clean in our heart. We have to be absolutely pure in our niyat, in our intentions. Whatever we do, whatever we say, whatever we think about, it should be absolutely pure. Likewise, our thoughts, our hands, our surrounding, our life, everything should be absolutely pure. Pure in terms of spirituality, of course, but at the same time, material or physical cleanness is also important. So when we talk about our faith Islam, so we have to be first of all thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the purity that we approach Him with. So whenever we say namaz, we have to be fully concentrated with full intention, pure thoughts about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whatever we say, it has to be absolutely honest, because the honesty is another important thing that everybody has to keep in their mind, because lots of people today just copy others. They have fake values and they try to be like others, or just try to be in front of others, because I've seen many people who are saying namaz in front of everybody, whereas it could have been done at home or somewhere else or somehow later on. But in any case, some people are doing performance out of their religion. So this is also wrong, because all this is like hypocrisy. So when we're talking about our relationships with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it must be pure. It must be absolutely honest and absolutely fair. It has to be from all sides of your life. When you come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to make sure that you didn't do anything wrong, that you didn't lie, you did not have any kind of bad habits, such as, for example, in character, such as, for example, arrogance or self-centered attitude or things like that. These are all very bad things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like. So you have to be humble, honest, pure-hearted person, and only then your prayers are accepted. Why did I start from this? Because in many countries, many Muslims in the world today make mistake by leaning on religion instead of on the core subject of Islam, our relationships with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, purity of our relationships. So this is very important, extremely important thing, because sometimes when you pray but your prayers are not heard, or some things that you asked did not materialize, then you start to think that, oh, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not interested in me, maybe he's not helping. Or some people, even worse, they wrote to me some of the things in Pakistani over here under my videos, horrible things about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are absolutely unacceptable, of course. That is why today I'm standing in front of you with the absolutely important, the most important subject of establishing your relationships with your Creator from the point of view of purity. Okay, so full concentration on your prayers, full concentration on your lifestyle, full concentration on the honesty of your life, honesty in all ways of life. Because you see, today what is going on in Pakistan, in many occasions, it is like people are feeling tired, people feel exhausted, people are complaining to each other, people are thinking that they are so, there is nothing in their hands to bring their life for the better future. In many cases, people just becoming weak in general, I would say. But in reality, many people majority of the people expect that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the sky should shower you with all the facilities, possibilities, and like magic, do everything for you so that you'll be happy. Just because you're praying and you're thinking that you follow correct Islam, correct way, but no, this is absolutely wrong what you're doing. And this is the main mistake that actually brought me today to record this video, because I'm coming to you actually with direction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he's quite unhappy about what is going on in Pakistan, and I've seen what is going on, and it is absolutely horrible, I would tell you, because whatever I said in my previous videos, I was expecting that you will take heed of it and you will try to do some activities so that it will help for your country, for your future, help for your leader Imran Khan to lead your nation to the best future. But unfortunately, there is, as much as I know, nothing has changed, because today what I've seen in the vision that was sent to me by higher forces, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the higher power has showed to me what is actually going on, and I'm really and I'm quite upset about it. So second topic that I would like to mention to you is the dark forces, actually. Why, I'll explain to you later, but this is important for you to understand right now. So there are dark forces, as you know, but these dark forces, the religion, no religion in the world is opening the entire picture of the history of the earth, for example, or entire the baggage of the knowledge that you should have. That there is no that kind of there is no absolutely opportunity to learn everything about what was happening during thousands and thousands of years on our earth, and what is actually happening. That's why Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us that if you would like to get knowledge, go even to China to get it, because the distance at that time, of course, was very far. That's why it was mentioned even China. But in any case, today there are lots of opportunities to learn more about what is going on in the world, what was going on, and what is happening around us. So if you did not get this knowledge, sorry, I would like to explain to you that this, if you obtain this knowledge about the that the fight that dark forces are arranging against people, and what was happening for centuries on our earth, and who actually was ruling it, and who actually created all this, then you probably will understand that it is really very serious issue. Because there is not only Iblis and his army. No, Iblis and his army, it is not actually as horrible as other groups of and cults that have been created. And actually they came against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love and devotion towards people who, and he wished to help all the time. He loved us very much because he created us with love, and he created us, please remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us for us to be free and for us to be happy. And he never imposed himself or imposed any faith or religion on anybody. Okay? You should remember that. This is the main reason why whatever happened is happened on our earth. And after Hazrat Nuh has come to this earth, you know what happened after that. And all these years we've been, the people, our ancestors, and we are today suffering due to the corrosion of the system, the injustice, and lots of lies around, and deception. And we accept all that and leave. We have already kind of adapted to the system that was like matrix that was around us, and we kind of adapted to it. But of course we never liked it, because it's more of course, lack of freedom, lack of independence, and of course we feel like slaves, because system has actually enslaved us in all aspects of life, be it economics, politics, social life, or even for that matter, family relationships. So, and in any case, these kind of rules and regulations have been artificially created to enslave human nature. Any kind of human being, from the point of view of dark forces, had to be enslaved. So these groups and cults, there are so many of them, and they are very dangerous, they are very heartless, they are very cruel, and whatever they did, it was absolutely horrible. And today, all these difficulties on our earth are due to the reason that our ancestors long ago, many centuries ago, they have accepted, I don't know what was the reason at that time, maybe fear, maybe some other reasons, but in any case, they accepted and they followed the rules of these dark forces who have brought this condition that is still going on in our world. And what we have to do, of course, we have to get rid of it, because we are humans, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with us. He would like us to be free and happy on the land, on the planet that He has created for us. So of course we have to fight for our survival, fight for freedom, fight for that love and nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we have right to have. But why we are still going on? Why we are not still doing anything? Because why this lethargic attitude about the reality? Because in many cases, lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, and most importantly, lack of that purity in relationships with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can provide us with all the possibilities, facilities, and opportunities to get rid of all these dark forces and feel happy. But in this case, if you would like to have that kind of freedom, of course, you must approach Him the way I explained. Because, like I said, no rituals, no traditions, no habits of Islamic community is as important as your pure, full-hearted, let it be with tears in your eyes, but absolutely clean and honest approach to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whatever prayers you make, be it by your own words, without Arabic words, on your own language, be it in any language of the world, but it should be from heart to heart. Be it quiet, be it loud, be it with tears, be it with laughter, but it has to be always pure and always honest. This is what you are lacking. This is the main reason why many communities of the world today are diverted from the right path. Today we see how many Muslim countries are crashing, and many Muslim countries are just losing their the stand, because many of them were strong enough, but today they are fighting, they are losing, they are in today's world they are not anymore the way they used to be just a couple of years ago. So this is the main reason, because unless you establish your direct relationships with pure heart and pure intentions and pure hands, because your hands, when I'm talking about purity of your hands, it's not only physical cleanness, but it is also the way you earn money. If you are simple, humble, straightforward person, of course, it should be only, everything should be absolutely pure. So in this case, when in cleanness around in your house, around your house, in your heart, in your physical self. So with that kind of cleanness, when you approach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and especially when your heart is clean, then of course any kind of wonders take place. But before that, you must make sure that any dark forces that are available, and I've seen a huge amount of dark forces, and I've seen not only one kind, there are actually all cults are available today in your country. There are so many different types of dangerous creatures today available in your country that you don't see. I'm sure that none of you see them, but they're really extremely horrible creatures, and they laugh at you, and they conquered you. I'm sorry, but it happened this way. I'm very, very sorry that it's happening. But it's happening, why? Because your Juma namaz or any other namazes or your lifestyle is not the way it's supposed to be. It should be. Because any kind of, live along Muslims, any human being on the earth who knows who has created him, and what kind of relations created is expecting from you. Any human being does it with pure heart, correct? And it is happening on a regular basis. But most importantly, of course, your lifestyle, your empathy, your compassion, your kindness to others, your love to humanity, to your planet where you live, and all that kind character, the characteristics of not only Muslims but any human being on the earth supposed to be, because this is the way how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. And if you remember from Quran, from Sharia, there is only every second word is related to morality, to ethics, to etiquette, to culture, to behavior, even how many times you have to knock the door. All the details Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very clearly described to you. But do you follow that? You should ask yourself this question. Do I follow that? So whatever is happening today, and I'm telling you, since I met you last time, since I spoke to you last time, the situation dramatically has changed, unfortunately, to the worse. And what I've seen last time and what I've seen today, this absolutely like earth and sky. It was much better before, and now it's become like absolutely horrible. I mean, it should be resolved, and it should be corrected as soon as possible. That's why I've come to you today. And I would like to tell you that being the chosen one by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the architecture of new reality that is coming to the planet, as I explained to you in one of my previous videos, I explained to you that there is the portal is opening in 26,000 years. Once it is opening, this portal, when a planet can change its lifestyle, it's the entire condition that the people are living in. So this is very important to, before the portal will be closed, it's very important to change ourselves first of all, and change the planet itself for the better. So my role as a chosen one's role, I have to participate in architecture of new reality of the planet. That is why I'm once again coming to you with appeal that you have to reconsider, first of all, your relationships with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It has to be changed, and as soon as possible. It should be done as soon as possible, because this is the key to your success for the future. So each and every of you who know that, who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to renew your relationships. You have to reestablish your relationships. You have to change it, because this is the only support and help and security that you have. The only safety who can provide you is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He can do changes in your country as well. But He is waiting for you to take initiative. Because unless you take initiative and start to change yourselves, first of all, as I was explaining to you in previous videos, you have to start from yourself. Remove all the negativity from inside, all the thoughts, all the fears, all the kind of for example, faults, if you feel that you are at fault or somebody else is at fault, or any kind of anxiety, if you have all the negativity from inside from the past, you have to remove it. Once you remove it, then fresh energy will start to come. Just get rid of bad negative energy from the past and start to fill it up with new fresh energy. And in the process of that kind of cleansing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of course, expecting that you will start following the rules of and following the example of Hazur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has, as you remember, he has never been afraid of any enemy. He was always in front. He was always very brave. We know that Sahabas as well showed so much of brave attitude and on the way of new religion. So all those people were full of that kind of desire to establish new faith on the earth, new religion. So likewise, today you are also at stake, because you have to take, unless you take very brave and bold relationships, that you have to fight for your future, for your freedom, for your survival, for the better life, for you and for your children, for your next generations, that the country where you live, your own land, your own country, should now start to breathe with the fresh air, fresh energy, with the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's nur, His love, His kindness to you. So for that, you have to step forward and start changing yourselves. You have to start to, you have to start new life, actually. So what do you have to do? What is the conclusion from all this? Conclusion is, first of all, like I said, cleansing of your negativity from inside. Reconsider relationships, number 2. Reconsider relationships, first of all, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And secondly, you have to reconsider relationships amongst each other, because that kind of ignorance, indifference, like some other people will come, maybe some other leader will come and do something, or let them do this, I'm not going to do that because I have to look after family, I have to earn money, and etc., etc. So this kind of reasons not to do anything will not work this time, okay? So if you want to get rid of your the army of millions and maybe billions, I don't know how many of them, but they're occupied, these dark forces, they occupied your territory, occupied yourselves. And those people, the rich people of your country, of Pakistan, those feudals, the wealthy people, maybe they deal with drugs, maybe they deal with weapons, I don't know what kind of, where they take money from. But those people with their not very, I would say not moral, immoral kind of businesses, including, as well as other like feudals who they control the people in the country. This group of people, rich people of your country, of Pakistan, they are also against you, because they are not interested in anything. Because those who would like to control, such as your government, for example, your president, prime minister, and all that set up, your army, police, as well as these rich people, including those who are in illegal businesses, and absolutely immoral and unethical people, to be honest. So all this group of people, actually comparing to you, is nothing. It's less than 1% probably. But in any case, they control all of you. They control entire country. They control entire budget. So if you will look at it, you just look at it from the side, as if it is not your country, for example, and judge yourself. But judge yourself as if it is not your country, and who you will be, on whose side you will take. Of course, you will think that community, which is less than 1%, is strong. They're controlling everything. They are manipulating everything, and they have all the power in their hands. This is what you will conclude, and you will say, "Okay, I'm too weak. I can't fight against them. Although we are 200 million people, but we will not fight for it, for our freedom." So this is your main mistake. You see, you have to understand that your main enemy is around you every day, every moment, every second, 24/7. Your main enemy is around you. Your enemy is those. I mean, they are different type of creatures. Okay, they don't look like jinns or shaitans. They look much different. and they look absolutely horrible, okay? And they occupy you, your houses, your spirit, your mind. They're holding you. They're holding you so tight that you don't move and don't even think and don't even feel and don't even think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They tight you so strong, and you are just lying like turned upside down beetle and don't do anything. Absolutely no, this is fine, this is okay. No, this is wrong, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching at you, and it must be quite embarrassing to behave like that. So what I would like to tell you, that once you will cleanse yourself, once you will understand who you are and what are you living for and what this future is going to be like, then you have to, of course, reconsider your relationships and reestablish relationships with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that He will help you to come back to your normal way, to as your ancestors used to live, because your ancestors had pure faith, pure Islam in their heart. So, and in today's world, as we can see, unfortunately, there are not so many Muslims who left with real faith. And now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself is observing what is going on with His this Islamic Muslim Ummah, and it's also quite embarrassing. So what you have to do, you have to get rid of that those dark forces, that creatures around you, because they're disturbing you quite. I mean, 24/7 they're around you, and they're virtually killing you. Maybe not necessarily physically, but I've seen so much of blood because of them. In your without fight, without war, without any kind of revolution, there is lots of blood, lots of heads cut off. You know, what does it mean? It means that they conquered you to such extent that you cannot move like that beetle upside down. So you should not allow that to happen. They are actually today having fantastic carnival in your country, festival. These dark forces, they are virtually like on a festival in your country. In Pakistan is today conquered by dark forces, and not necessarily shaitans. I'm telling you, shaitans are only they're like small forces. They are comparing to these cults and these kind of forces. They are virtually nothing, but they are also there, I'm sure. So what you have to do, you have to get rid of them. Get rid of them by cleansing yourself, cleansing your thoughts, cleansing your feelings and your relationships with, like I said, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and people around you. Because everything should become honest, straightforward, should be fair, absolutely fair. You have to understand that unless you are yourself, unless you stop copying others, unless you get rid of your false values, I mean, all sorts of false values, like for example, I would like to become rich like my neighbor, or I would like to go to America, for example. For that I have to earn money. So all sorts of unnecessary thoughts. No, you have to think about your land. You have to think about your motherland. You have to start doing something about it, and before you will lose everything, maybe entire country itself, because there are so many occasions when countries just lose its identity because people's indifference, people ignorance, people a lack of any kind of activities to protect land. That is why in fighting with dark forces, I think you know very well, being Muslim, you should know how to do it, and there are imams who know how to do it, but unless you start doing it, unless you make absolute cleansing of yourself, your surrounding, your children, because children are also occupied. I've seen children also I mean, they've been accompanied by dark forces, and also your surrounding, your streets, your house, everywhere, your yard, because they're absolutely infested like cockroaches, you know, everywhere. They're in every corner, and it is very dangerous what is going on right now. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching. He will help you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come to your rescue, provided you will do something for yourself. You remember what is written in Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps to those who help themselves. And if today, for example, Imran Khan is placing posts, you're supposed to help him, follow him, and unite to get him out of the prison, release him from prison. You have to do it yourselves. If his wife is doing something in, for example, in Peshawar or somewhere else, you have to go and help it also. You have to join. You have to join and join your hands without dividing yourself, because divide and rule is actually the main credo, as we say, or slogan of dark forces. They're the ones who divide us, divide by religion, divide by creed, divide by ethnic differences or racial differences. So all sorts of divisions come from dark forces. Remember that. And try to unite. Every time unite. Whenever you have opportunity, get hands together and go against enemies together. Because you see, these dark forces, they are the ones who help to your government and those rich people to control you and set at power and rule actually everything and have fun and have love, big love over you. Because you are becoming yourself, you're showing yourself as absolutely weak community. So you shouldn't do that, because I know Pakistan is very strong, full of strong people, full of pure-hearted people. That is why all this has to be renewed. All that you have to get up and you have to fight. You have to really fight. And if necessary, take stones, take whatever weapon you have, but to go against it. Go against everybody who want to take away from you freedom, take away your faith, take away Allah from your heart. Because they do that. You don't even notice how they do that. They do it quietly. You know how this dark forces actually, how they do. You know how shaitans steal your faith, how they influence you. You know that very well. So you have to do everything against them, against the opposite. If they want to take away from you, you get rid of them, okay? And you take away from those who took away from you. And you have to have that power. For God's sake, your Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with you, with nation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always with simple people of the country. He always supports those who've been enslaved, who've been controlled by others. So he's helping such people all the time. But at the moment, he himself is, to be honest, quite upset, because whatever is going in Pakistan is not supposed to be. He loves you as well as he loves all people with faith. And in general, he loves all the people who he has created. But especially he likes those people who have pure heart and who love him, and he loves in return such people. So you have to make sure that this kind of relationships that your ancestors used to have at the time of Qaidiasm, that this kind of relationship should come back to you, to each and every heart of yours, should come back. And once it is established, then the dark forces themselves will see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's presence, will see angels and archangels, and they will of course run away. They will flee immediately because they will be afraid. And you have to show your strength. You have to protest again. You have to tell them straight, get out of my house, get out of me, don't touch me. Because these creatures, they understand your language, they understand your energy, they understand your anger. And once you will show that you're against them, you're just throwing them away from your house, from yourselves, then they will try you again a couple of times. But once you are strong in your faith, once you are strong in your utmost desire to release them from you, to get rid of them, once they will understand that, they will not come back to you. And besides that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help will come by then. But if you would like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help, if you would like angels to be around you, then you have to first of all make a capital cleansing, I would say. Each and every corner of your heart, of yourself, of your house, everywhere should be cleansed. You probably heard about this flying monkeys. That they're also kind of jinns or shaitans. I don't know what kind of creatures they are, but they are also in existence. And they may stick to the corner of your house and suck your energy, suck energy from your children. And that's how you feel tired. That's how you feel headaches. That's how you lose energy and you can't sleep at night. They're doing not only them, but in many cases, they are the ones who do that. But there are some creatures also who do even worse things to people, and people don't even understand why they are doing this kind of things. And I will not discuss about it right now, because it doesn't. At the moment, it doesn't matter. And besides that, it is a very long conversation about these creatures and how they act and what they do in order to control people and manipulate with people and suck everything from you. They can take away. In fact, they can steal your money. They can steal your livelihood, your happiness, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ready to give you. If you are not strong in your faith, it can be taken away. They can just steal it and give it to other people. You know, they do all sorts of things. So you have to be very alert And that's why today's my message is very important, to warn you, to remind you, and at the same time to with love to tell you that I'm full-heartedly for you. I pray for you, for Pakistan, as well as for other Muslim states and for people of the world, to wake up the souls, because soul is once soul is woken up, then by intuition you will know what to do and how to do it, because your souls know better than your brain what to do. But you have to start discussing with your soul in order to understand how to act. But in any case, whatever I said, unless you start doing it, changes in your country will not start to come. I mean, it now belongs to you only. Your decisions belongs to you. And once again, I'm telling you, unite as soon as possible, be together, because once you will unite, you remember what said Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam about unity. When one stick can be broken, and when you get sticks together, it can't be broken. Likewise, the dark forces, our enemies, because our enemies, main enemies are dark forces, because they're the ones who rule with the government, who rule these rich people who take away money from you and control you. All these people are actually ruled by dark forces. That's why they're so cruel and so inconsiderable. So if you have any questions, of course, you can ask anytime, and you can place your questions under this video. And I did not have choice but to speak to you in this harsh, maybe manner, slightly bold, like Hazrat Isa alayhi salam said, that I came to you not with peace but with sword, because this world is such that unless the truth is said, unless the bold truth is said honestly and straightforward the way I did just now, then it has to be, I mean, nothing will change otherwise. So, and I hope that together we will win, we will overcome all the enemies on our planet, and of course this day will come. I'm sure that this day will come, but the sooner you act, the better it will become for all of us. And the faster, of course, you will succeed, and you will feel happy. And of course, you should remember that your leader, Imran Khan, he urgently needs you. As soon as possible, he needs you. Help him. Help him. Don't be afraid. Nobody will hold you. Once you will realize what I said just now, once you will understand, analyze, and start to act, start to finally act on this way, on this path towards freedom, towards honesty, cleanness, towards pure faith, towards the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed to you, the way with nur, with the light. You have to be walking with the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At the moment there is no light. That is why nothing is happening, nothing is changing for the better. So come back to this path where the light is, and I'm sure you will come to that light. But come to that to your ultimate dream, and you will be free and happy. Each and every of you will be free and happy. I do pray every day to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by saying, I want people on the earth to be free and happy and achieve their dreams. Live in friendly relationships with each other, and be the solidarity amongst people should be established too, because only dark forces break relationships with people. And so I wish that you will come to understanding of what I said. But in any case, if you have questions, I'm ready to answer any of your questions. And if you need help, also let me know. And let's do this world together, better world, a world of where truly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with us, and no place for dark forces or no place for enemies to stay here. We have to get rid of them, all of them. We have to get rid of them. Okay? And that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you all the best. Have a nice evening. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.